Hello, hello, this is Fear Dragon coming at you with another StarCraft 2 netcast. Today we're going to have a Protoss versus Terran. So let's go ahead and introduce the players. Up here in the top right hand corner of Entombed Valley, we have the red Terran. His name is Shen. And he's going to be making his cameo appearance from League of Legends. Going to be playing the Terran as, Terran clearly going to be the ninja race, as I wouldn't be too surprised to be seeing some very ninja-esque drops. But his opponent, who's going to have to fend off said ninja tactics, is going to be the blue Protoss in the bottom left-hand corner. And his name is Minecraft. Minecraft clearly going to have to create a wall of blocks to stop any of those ninja attacks. Hopefully he has some obsidian on him, or at least hopefully he can craft some obsidian utilizing these mineral fields so that he can stop those ninjas from sneaking in. Maybe he might need to make a door over here. But anyways, in this game we are going to go ahead and see some pretty standard looking builds right now. You see the gateway going down around the same time as the barracks. And one nice thing that's always important to note in almost every matchup is when are the gas geysers going to be taken, especially for this Terran. Looks like the gas geysers are going down for Shen, so he's going to be looking to do some kind of pressure probably before he expands, or at least get some marauders out, or maybe an upgrade first. But he's not going to be throwing down that very, very fast expansion that sometimes players like to go for. This probe is going to come in here and see exactly what is going on in Shen's base. It does scout out that very vital gas geyser. At the same time, we do see the gas geyser for Minecraft finishing up as well. That's incredibly standard. Very few builds that Protoss have that does not involve a gas geyser around that time. But one interesting thing is that he has two guys in gas. And usually what that indicates is that they want that one extra probe mining minerals just so that they can get a couple extra minerals per minute so that they can throw down a fast one gateway expansion. So we're going to have to see if that is in fact what Minecraft does, or oh no, it looks like he does put that last guy in gas. So is going to be going for more of a tech play. It looks like it was just a bit of over an analysis on my part, a little bit of carelessness for Minecraft. But at the same time, we do see this Marine position out here, and I really do love this play. This Marine is going to zone any scouting probes that try and get a scout out to see if there is this expansion over here, and we do see that there are more structures being produced for Shen. We do have that gas being utilized to get a factory out. So that does mean that Minecraft is not going to really know exactly about that factory. He might have a little bit of a hard time if Shen decides to put on some big aggression. We do see the bunker going down, but this bunker placement is going to be very hard for Minecraft to deal with. If he tries to poke with a zealot, he's either going to say, I'm going to sacrifice his zealot to try and get the scout out on whether that expansion is down, or he's going to have to try and poke up with the zealot slash stalker and realize that he can't get out far enough and pull back while this bunker is shooting at things. But meanwhile, we do see the robotics facility going down for Minecraft, a pretty fast robotics facility. As we can see here, there is in fact no stock. Oh, there is one stalker out, but there is no expansion out. There's no additional gateways. At the same time, we did see the reactor being built on that barracks, while the factory just swapping with it right now. It's going to be producing 2 Hellions at a time, and a tech lab going down on the barracks. I have the feeling this is going to be a huge pressure push, potentially even an all-in. This is an all-in that has been happening for Terran players pretty often as of lately, as it is just a build where you get a ton of Hellions and then you get a bunch of Marauders, and it's a pretty gosh darn scary push because the Hellions deal extra damage to those light units such as sentries and zealots, and the Marauders just do massive amounts of damage and tank a lot of damage from those stalkers. Anyways, we do see, however, there is an observer coming out. Oh, this might actually cost Minecraft a good opportunity to maybe put on a little bit more damage or even hold off the big aggression, as having an observer out first does mean he's going to have less units. That is one very, very common crisis that all Protoss players do face, is that they say, well, I can get an immortal out first or I can get an observer out first. If you get the observer, you'll have a better idea of what your opponent's doing, but that means that you won't have that early or immortal to defend any big pushes. And I think that Minecraft is really going to want those early units. We do see quite a few Hellions being built up, wisely being kept over here, but it looks like doesn't matter. The SCVs are coming out as well as the Hellions. Now Minecraft, Makomi is his alternate account, but Minecraft does hold this is center Zelnaga Tower, so he does see exactly what's going on. This observer is also going to be going straight into the main of his opponent to see everything else, but we do see the SCVs being pulled. Now, Shen did a good job of utilizing these 4 units to kill off anything at the watchtower before the SCVs were spotted. Now we do have 4 sentries up for Minecraft and an Immortal being chrono boosted out, and as well as this expansion already down, but he needs to have amazing force fields. Those are some pretty decent force fields, but let's up quite a few of these Hellions, 2 of them, so he's going to have to be very careful to make sure he does not lose these sentries. These sentries are going to be so important. We do have to see the cancel from Minecraft. That's a very wise decision over here, as he doesn't really have any chance of defending off that expansion, especially with that very high sentry count. He just does not have the DPS to take on this army. Shen's going to be feeling pretty good about that win in the sense of the cancel, and it looks like he might actually be, it looks like he's just regrouping for now, because he knows he's pulled quite a few SCVs, so this is going to be putting him a little bit all in. We do see that Minecraft is already up in the worker count by about 6 workers, and this is a very good decision by Shen. He now knows that he is a little bit all in, so he's going to go ahead and throw down the expansion, send back his workers, and maybe try and recuperate this loss and just turn this into a contain. As long as he can get his expansion up before Minecraft, he might still be able to catch up economically. Now we do see this observer will have a good vision to see that these units are camped out here. So Minecraft is not going to feel comfortable moving out until he gets a pretty large and substantial force. He does have 3 gateways and a robotics facility, so he will be able to spend out all of that money. But hold that thought. It looks like the engagement is going to happen as all the units from Minecraft move down. They are moving down the ramp. Now the Hellions are going to be able to do a lot of damage to these sentries, as all of them are pretty clumped up. But it looks like the Marauders are not focus firing down those Immortals, and those Immortals are doing a massive amount of damage. You can see here, these Immortals do 50 damage to those Marauders and those Hellions. So wow, 4 kills on this Immortal, 1 kill on that Immortal. And the entire army is cleaned up without actually too much of a hitch for Minecraft, so very well controlled by Minecraft. I have to say that Shen could have controlled that a little bit better, but we do see Shen in a little bit of panic mode, throwing down 4 bunkers. It's going to be the question of whether he can defend this expansion that he now has up. He has invested into that, and it looks like the worker count is actually pretty gosh darn even. Minecraft a little bit behind on his expansion, but he has to do some damage at this point. We do see a starport up, but he's not going to have the chance or the gas or the money to get out any of those medevacs to heal up any Marines or Marauders. The bunkers are now finished, but these Immortals are going to do a massive amount of damage to those bunkers, and the force fields go down to prevent the repair on the bunkers. These SCVs are in the wrong position to try and repair those bunkers. They're repairing the they're repairing the empty bunker, and now it looks like they will finally get the repair down on that last bunker. We do see 2 observers out for Minecraft, and it looks like they both do get picked off by that scan, so very well placed targeting on that bunker, targeting down those observers to prevent high ground vision. But it looks like Minecraft's in for round 2. The SCVs have a great surround on that bunker, but they weren't repairing. Oh no! Looks like he forgot to click the repair on the bunker. Now it looks like he's trying to repair the other bunker. The Immortal's taking quite a bit. Oh, actually no, he's not target firing down the Immortals, and I feel like that's a huge blunder. The SCVs going down to the Zealots, and now finally all of the bunkers are down. This last bunker will not get a chance to get up, as this Immortal and this Stalker are target firing down those SCVs. Now the SCVs all coming out. There's just 13 left and dwindling. No more units really going to be able to be produced, as he's out of money. He's depending on these mules, but I don't think he can get out enough of an army to hold off this big aggression. And it looks like there is the good game. Shen losing the game due to a little bit of misfiring on the targeting during the micro, but I have to say Minecraft doing a good job on his targeting, making sure that those Immortals were attacking those Hellions and the Marauders rather than the Marines, and really just doing a good job making sure that he got the force fields down to prevent any repair on the bunkers. So, and also an awesome job with those force fields, cutting up just the right amount of units. I was a little bit afraid for him that he did, or in fact pinched off too many units inside his base, but looks like he pinched off just the right amount, as he didn't really sustain too many losses, and good decision making. So anyways, that's going to be it for this game. Thank you so much to Minecraft or Makomi for submitting this replay. Now you guys can submit your own replays to be casted at feardragon64@gmail.com. And leave any comments that you have about my commentaries in the comments below. I know that I said comments a lot, but comments is a fun word. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Tune into Balance Battles. That's Sunday at 7 o'clock Eastern and 4 o'clock Pacific on North American server. And yeah, have a good one, guys.